But before I get into the meat of Tommy's video, I'd like to make an apology, you know, and that's pretty rare for me. I don't make a lot of apologies, but I'm going to go ahead and make one because I've been called a racist now by Tommy Sotomayor, and I think it's about time that I apologize for calling someone else racist. I called the YouTuber Atheism is Unstoppable for a racist because he said that black people are insanely more criminal than other races, and black people need to stop committing crimes and things like that. And while I still don't exactly like those statements or how they're phrased, it was irresponsible of me to pull out the racism thing and say, well, this person's a racist, because that's really just a way to silence someone, to end the discourse. Now, that wasn't my intention when I did it, but that was the effect, and I should have realized how poisonous that word is. I apologize to Atheism is Unstoppable. I hope that we can move on from the pettiness and drama that inspired.
So, listening to what TJ Kirk, or the Amazing Atheist, just said, he decided to apologize to Atheist Roo because I guess he feels that he unfairly used the racist card and called him a racist. And that's not something you should do. It's not nice to do to people, so don't do that. So he apologized for it. Okay, fine. I don't have a problem with apologies. There's nothing wrong with apologizing. If you say something unfair, if you're mean to someone, if you do something bad, then apologize. Okay. But what I didn't understand about TJ's apology is why. Like, it should be easy to figure out why someone apologizes, you know. When you apologize to someone, it's clear that you've made a mistake and you've done something bad. And TJ felt, well, it's really bad to call someone a racist. I shouldn't call someone a racist. That's just mean, that's bad, I shouldn't do that. So he was like, alright, well, I'll apologize for that. I'm sorry that I called you a racist. But if you look at his apology, he says, this other guy, I don't have his name. What the fuck is his name? I actually don't know what his name is. Tommy Sotomayor. This dude, who's like another YouTuber, he was like, TJ Kirk and those guys are a bunch of racists. They play the race card, they're racists. And instantly, after being called racist, TJ's like, well, I better apologize to Atheist Roo. Better apologize to this other YouTuber who's having a fight about being racist, because now someone's called me racist, that means I should apologize to someone else I've called racist. Now that my feelings are hurt, now that it's something to do with me, I can relate to this. You know, and that makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. Either what you said about Atheist Roo is accurate, and Atheist Roo is like a racist dude, or it's not accurate. You should just look at the facts and, like, see the way that he talks about race. See if he has a fair view of the situation, or if he has some kind of racial animus. And I don't think that's an insulting thing to say. For example, you could call me anything. You could be like, that guy's a fucking faggot. And I'd be like, well, you know, historically, faggot has been used to describe people who are gay. It's been kind of like an insult. It's not a nice thing to say. But I'm straight, so I'd just be like, well, I'm sorry, you're mistaken. I'm not a faggot, I guess you're trying to insult me, and that just means you're an asshole. Whatever, fuck you, you know. And it would be no skin off my nose, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But it seems with, like, Devin Tracy or Atheist Roo, he gets, like, really defensive about it, and he's like, I'm not a fucking racist, I'm not a racist, I'm not a racist. There's nothing about me that's racist. I'm gonna fuck up anybody who says that I'm racist. I'm gonna destroy them or whatever. Why do you care, man? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. They can just say whatever they want. So, obviously, TJ got this weird twinge in his soul, like, someone else has called me a racist. Oh god. It's icky. It hurts. It makes me feel like I'm actually racist. I know I'm not racist, but nobody else does. Oh, Jesus. I have to apologize to some other guy called racist, even though he may still well be a racist. And I'm not saying whether Atheist Roo is a racist. I'm not giving an opinion on that, because I don't fully know what's in his heart. I don't know if when Atheist Roo or Devin Tracy, when he walks down the street and he sees black people, he instantly thinks, thugs, fucking thugs, look at them, hanging out on the corner, selling their crack, blah blah blah. And they're not, they're just like some black dudes. I don't know if he thinks that. He might not. The only thing we have to go by is the videos that he makes. And in my personal opinion, he is fucking obsessed with this idea of detaching statistics from the real world when it comes to black people. He also does the same thing with Muslims. And that doesn't prove that he's a racist. It just shows that he's got some weird fucking, racial thing on his shoulder. I don't know what the fuck it is, In the exchange between Amazing Atheist and Atheist Roo, Mr. TJ Kirk said, well, it's true that black people do commit more crimes. Accurate, yeah, that's true. It's also true that there's more black people in prisons. Like, yeah, that's a good point. There's probably more, like, black people with alcoholism and, like, spousal abuse, rape, all of these terrible things, shootings. That's true, good points. And then he made the point, the very obvious and good point, which makes perfect sense to anyone who doesn't have some weird issue with this. He said, well, but there's reasons for that. There's mitigating factors. That's what they say. Mitigating factors. And then Atheist Roo is instantly like, well, is it a fact or not? Is it a fact that black people commit more crimes? And he's like, yeah, it is. Then fuck your mitigating factors. Fuck that. They just are. They just are more violent. They're just worse. Well, can you apply that across the board to, like, every other issue? If I look at Israel, I'll be like, fucking Israelis, man. Killing civilians, killing women and children, blowing up hospitals, just murdering people. That's all they care about. They just murder. They just murder. All they want to do is just kill everybody. Israelis, oh, they're fucking evil. I guess they're more violent. I guess that's what Jews are like, And you'd say, that's not fair, man. That's not fair at all. You can't say that. Like, they're fighting jihadis. They're fighting Palestinians. These Palestinians want to destroy the state of Israel. Some of them are probably backed up by Iran and everything. And I'll say, well, fuck your reasons. Fuck your mitigating factors. It's just a fact. It's a fact that they kill civilians and all this kind of shit. Then you could say, well, that's fine, I'm perfectly fine with Israelis killing children. And then I'd be perfectly okay with saying that you're a psychopathic piece of shit. How you can just justify killing civilians because you like Israel. Well, fuck you, Civilians, Palestinian civilians, Israeli civilians, civilians around the world, they are all just people. They're just people. And I don't want any of them to die. And that's what we should be trying to figure out how to do. So that's the thing. Devin Tracy has this issue with contextualizing anything, subjects. He just has a problem contextualizing things. But the thing about Amazing Atheist's apology is that it reminded me of a specific person, which is a weird thing to come up. Maybe it's just because I think about the guy too much, because he's so close to Satan, and I think about Satan too, so my mind often goes across to this other person. But maybe think of Dick Cheney, because Dick Cheney is part of this whole crowd of people who are against gay marriage, and they just don't like gay people. They've got a fucking problem with gay people. And they weren't not willing to admit it, I had an argument online with somebody who was against gay adoption, and I basically called them a bigot, because, that's the definition of the word bigot. If you are against gay adoption, you're a bigot. I don't know what the fuck else I can label it. What else can I say? You're a guy that has a different opinion about how other people should live their lives based on your values. Like, that would be the most lovely way of putting it, but no, you're a fucking bigot. If you've got a problem with gay adoption, gay people have been shown in statistics, just look it up, fucking Google it, whatever. I can't bother doing your own research for you. Look it up, like, gay people are really good parents, and they do a really good job. There's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't be able to adopt. Now, gay marriage, that's a more nuanced question. Obviously, I'm for it, because I'm a progressive guy, and I think gay people are great, and I don't see why they shouldn't be able to get married and have the happiness of other people, but you can make an argument about that. You can't really make an argument being against gay adoption unless you're a bigot, and there's nothing else I can call you. I can just call you a bigot. And ironically, I got banned from the website for, like, calling people names, which is fucking stupid. It's like, you can say anything you want about a whole bunch of other people. Like, you can just go on crazy rants about how black people are more violent, how they're hideous. You can go on rants about how, gay people would probably molest their kids and just be like terrible parents. They shouldn't be allowed to adopt. But you can't fucking label people what they are, which is racists and bigots. And if you've got a goddamn problem with that, look at your own beliefs and think about if they're equitable and fair. Maybe they won't be. But anyways, the point I was making was, it reminded me of Dick Cheney, because Dick Cheney, he has a lesbian daughter, and he's part of a crowd of people who are against gay marriage. And he came out for gay marriage. Why? Because he's got a lesbian daughter. So where the fuck are the values there? And I feel like TJ did the same thing here with his apology. He was like, now it affects me. It affects me personally, which means what I said was really mean. It was really bad, and I have to take that back. No, fucking look at his views, man. Look at whether Atheist Roo is a racist pile of garbage, or if he's not, or if he's just, I don't know, he's just concerned about helping black people because he's so worried about the statistics. That could easily be the case. I don't know. Maybe that's the kind of thing that he cares about. I don't fucking know. I'm not calling him a racist. I'm just saying you had no grounds to apologize. Obviously, that's up to you. But don't apologize just because something affects you. Like, apologize whether, you know, you've made a mistake. You've done something wrong. You should make a case as to why Atheist Roo is not racist. And then, if you can make that case, apologize. And anybody else on the internet, anywhere, you can call me anything you want to fucking call me. You can call me a loser. You can call me a faggot. You could call me a fucking idiot. You know, regressive scumbag. I don't care. Just call me anything. But I'm perfectly within my rights to say, well, that's not accurate. You're a dick. You're an asshole. Like, so... And I'm not gonna fucking apologize to somebody just because my feelings are hurt. I'm going to look at whether that person deserves an apology. So that's all I'll say about that. I guess maybe now Atheist Roo is gonna stop being such a fucking dick. Like, as if that's not gonna happen. He's just gonna keep being his old alpha self, like fucking up everybody. And now your apology is just out there and it makes you look weak and pathetic, and I wouldn't have bothered. Anyways, that's my video. Thank you.